What's up, guys? It's Billy here at St. Joe RetroCon, and I'm with the lovely Miss Samantha Newark. How are you doing
I'm
today?
doing great. My cheeks hurt from
Yeah,
smiling. That's always a good sign.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So, for those of you guys watching or listening, Samantha's been in a handful of really cool roles that some of us have grown up with, some of us have loved for a long time, such as Jim from Jim and the Holograms, and you've been in Transformers,
Yes.
and just a handful of other stuff that people.
PlayStation games, God of War,
Yeah,
Twisted Metal Black.
yeah.
I was the voice of Peter Pan's mother in the movie Hook,
Okay.
the British voice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Loves
that's one of my favorite movies of all time. Well,
Great cast.
so
Yeah.
my favorite question to ask to people who've been a part of these franchises that just bring a lot of joy to so many people. How does that feel for you knowing you've been a part of something like that?
Gosh, as an artist, you only ever hope that your wonderful experience of doing the actual work resonates with people and they connect with it. And then to come to events like this and like get real time feedback of what it's meant to people it touches my heart every time. It never gets old. It's lovely.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So for you, thinking back a little bit, what kind of led up to getting these roles? Was it just your dream to be a part of entertainment, be a part of movies and TV and
Yeah. Well, it's so strange. I was singing professionally from the age of 7.
okay.
And I made a record when I was 8, and so music was always my guiding light. It was what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. And in show business, you find like I got an agent, and suddenly I was auditioning for commercials and soap operas, and I screen tested for Days of Our Lives.
Oh yeah.
I made a B movie, like a horror movie in the 80s called Summer Camp Nightmare. So my career just kind of was all these different things. And I was so open to it. It was like, oh, okay. And then one day I got an audition for an animated show called Gem and the Holograms. And I booked the lead in it. And here I am all these years later, meeting the 80s kids. And, who'd have thought?
That's really cool.
Really special.
So for you, obviously, us 80s kids and current kids too still love a lot of this classic stuff.
Yeah.
When you're just kind of hanging out with a little downtime, what's your go-to for entertainment?
Oh, okay. Well, I am a huge fan of the Twin Peaks
Okay.
series
Yeah.
and the movie. And so I love Twin Peaks. But I mean, I grew up Little House on the Prairie. I mean, I
Yeah.
felt like that show raised me.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually called my dad Pa for quite a while. Just that whole world was incredible. And, I grew up Scooby Doo and the
Yeah.
Flintstones and I'm a big music fan, so I'm a songwriter, so I write a lot, do that, and then I travel to all these shows, and it's a beautiful thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So for you personally, I guess we've kind of talked about what has brought you some joy, but what's been your favorite part of just being a part of this crazy pop culture universe?
Oh my gosh, the fans,
Yeah.
the fans. I've heard so many. It's funny. Like people come up to my table and we'll just be talking, and suddenly they'll start crying. And it is so sweet. It's like they're melting into their 8-year-old
Yeah.
selves, and then they're hearing my voice, which really
Yeah.
hasn't changed. And I think it's all just kind of like the synapses are going off in their brain, and they're having like this nostalgic moment that's so powerful. And then also I mean, I've been hanging out with Paul and
Yeah.
and with Tom, and I get to know the vendors, and it's like a big traveling circus.
Forget it. Yeah.
We see each other at many different shows, and it's
Yeah.
just so much fun.
That is awesome.
Really fun. Yeah.
I know for a lot of fans, sometimes growing up, all the cartoons and the wonderful shows we watch is kind of an escape from just the
From the
craziness of
crazy.
life. And then now we're adults who get to meet you guys. For us, it's awesome.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I was talking to somebody actually that works with Barry Bostwick, and I'm a huge Rocky Horror Picture Show fan.
Uh-huh.
And I saw him, and my team stopped him mid stride and to make a little video with me, and he was so gracious. And I was just like, oh my God, that's great. So I have my fangirl moments.
That's amazing. Well, awesome. So the last thing I'll ask you, knowing that a handful of some a little bit older teenagers might be watching this, do you have
Right.
any advice for these guys that just want to, they look at a career like yours or a similar career and start thinking like, man, I want to do something like that. What would you say to those kids?
Well, first I would say binge Gem on Tubi,
Oh, yes.
free channel. But I've learned over the years it's really easy to chase your tail and try to, especially with my music, I've learned a huge lesson. I've come full circle with it, like trying to sound like the next thing, trying to chase what's popular. I've really come to the conclusion through experience is to just be yourself, find your unique gifts. I mean, with voiceover, it's acting. So I would throw yourself into acting classes, into theater, into all of the things that are acting related, and just find what is unique about you, because we don't need a carbon copy of what's already been done.
Yeah.
When I auditioned for Gem, I just brought my own unique thing to it and I booked it. And, I wasn't trying to sound like anybody else. I was just trying to be real with what I read on the copy. And so that's, I think, the biggest advice. And also you got to love it because it's a really, really tough business.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of rejection. So you have to have a passion for it.
Yeah. A little
And then
perseverance.
learn your craft. Just jump in, it only takes one job, really. I mean, couldn't believe that I booked Gem when I did, but I'd also been in the business since I was 8.
Right,
7.
right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for a few minutes of your
You're so
time.
welcome.
And I know you just made a bunch of folks happy. So enjoy your time here at the Midwest.
Thank you. I appreciate getting to chat with you guys.
That was all. Right?